for every rhyme I write.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Here's a look at some of the stats for Drew Holiday.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Jackson. Also, Santi Aldama out there. Ty Jerome out there with Wells. And it's Coward in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, the wings for him, Sharp and Avdia. On the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. And it's Holiday in at point guard. When your team is looking at a back-to-back, how do you approach the first game of the 2, Tim?
Well, I think you may go to your bench a little bit more early. Lengthen your rotation, especially if the game isn't all that close. You're not going to see any starters play heavy minutes in that situation.
Are you thinking as a coach we have a better chance against this team than that team? Does it ever enter that kind of conversation?
It definitely does, but it could also be a dangerous approach if you think there's a particular matchup that doesn't favor you in some way.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Jerome. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. Latrey. Avdia gets the bucket.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead. Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 7-point differential. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort, and let's give credit to the front office. This is exactly what they had in mind when they put this roster together.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
No one near as Jerome lets it go. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Sharp with it. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Tim, how do you look at Avdia's game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Wells wide open. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, even the best players go through a little bit of a slump. We've seen how good he can be, so I have full confidence he's going to turn this around. You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Over to the left wing. Kamara bangs home the trifecta.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Wells to the left wing. Jackson has the open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Holiday's got 14 points.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Stolen by Holiday. One-on-one here. Here's Sharp. A 3 off the mark. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 19. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
Here's Coward. He has yet to score.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Pass to Kamare. Portland moving the ball around. And that one, good. And it's 6 points for Shaedon Sharp.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Jackson from long range.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
Abia gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And here are the Grizzlies now. 19-point game. Pass to Coward. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Holiday finds Sharp. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 8 points for him.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around. What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Trailblazers leading by 19 points. Now Klingon. This game we saw him score 14. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
The Grizzlies shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. Jeremy Grant, who's checked in for Shaedon Sharp. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Trailblazers. A season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference. And checking out Memphis. 2 games back.
That next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks, guys. The prodigal son returns. Damian Lillard is back on the Trailblazers roster. Now, there remains the process of rehabbing his surgically repaired Achilles. But with all the assets they acquired for Dame, and then he's back, the fans are absolutely ecstatic.
An all-time grade for sure. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Count it. Holiday's got 16 points.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Here's Jerome. Still scoreless. Here's Aldama. Klingon with the block.
And at 7'2", Klingon is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around. And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here's Portland. Outside Holiday. And another 3 for Portland.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
1:53 left in the first. Here's Coward, defended by Abdia. They need this. Jackson passes to Aldama. From outside, off the mark. And Portland has possession. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Here's Jerome. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Holiday, and the Trailblazers another 3.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Outside Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kamara. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Jerome with it. Hasn't made one yet. All alone. Rebounded by Kamara. Kamara's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Holiday throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Beyond the arc. What a play. Simply brings it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at 0, great awareness on his part.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Trailblazers out in front, running away with this one. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Portland.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Kyle Anderson, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Clayton. Fires the 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Sharp. Good on the triple. Sharp got 14 points for the game.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
Here's Spencer. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Clayton, the pass to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so here's Memphis. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Right wing. Here's Clayton. Drills it from outside. Clayton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
In this era of the NBA, you just can't let guys have good looks from the 3. Pretty much everyone in this league can make you pay.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Anderson dishes to Caldwell Pope. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Trailblazers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Buries the long-range jumper. Spencer's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Count that bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside. And
you know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player. And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Takes it inside. Spencer's shot is off.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Now, you know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
Now here's Anderson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Plays it up and banks it in. Avdia's got 12 in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That's foul number 2 for him.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Santi Aldama's checked in. Contavious Caldwell Pope. Here's Aldama. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jerome. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Buries it from three-point range. Avdia's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
Jerome, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
There's the drive. There's Jackson with the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Avdia's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Holiday gets the bucket.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
The Grizzlies shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Avdia. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists now in the game. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Grant, he's checked in for Portland.
Now into the lineup for Portland.
Here's Jerome. Drills the three-pointer. Jerome's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Outside Holiday sinks the three-pointer.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Jerome tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Avdia. Finished off by Avdia.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter, and now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here. Yeah, boy, has he dialed in perfect from the field this period.
The Grizzlies shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
And Jerome drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
I love how he's taking charge out there. Here, offensively, riding the wave.
And the Grizzlies with possession. Pass to Coward. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Coward's got 5 now.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
So it's Portland now. Now Kamara. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Jerome, good.
And he's now made 3 three-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Drops in the layup for 2. Avdia's got 26 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Coward. He's got 5. Jackson kicks to Wells. Pass to Coward. To the wing right side. Here's Jerome. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
44 seconds left to play here in the half. Now Klingon. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Holiday. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Holiday's got 38 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Here's Jerome. 14 points for him. Pass to Aldama. And here is Wells. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Kings in Sacramento. Jackson, that's good. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Coward. Off target at the rim. Drew Holiday has been on display for the Portland Trail Blazers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Portland Trail Blazers.
They're breaking at every opportunity, which we are seeing across the league, Shaq.
Yeah, once the defense is set in half court, it's tougher to score.
And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
Taking a look at Portland, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
So it's the Grizzlies now. On the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. The wings for him, Sharp and Avdia. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Jerome, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Klingon, the screen for Avdia. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Pass to Jackson. Now Aldama. Back to Jackson. Launches it. Avdia with the rebound. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Now here is Holiday. Misses the wing J.
Yeah, players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Now here's Wells. Defended by Avdia. Aldama passes to Jerome. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the 3. Sharp finds Holiday. Here's Kamara. Guarded by Jackson. And the basket by Kamara.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Jerome. He's got 17. Pass to Coward. Here's Wells. It's the three-point bomb. Wells has got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Holiday. Right side, Avdia. His three-pointer's off the mark. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Outside Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Holiday with the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jerome deciding where to go with it. There's a screen by Aldama. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Jim, you wouldn't know it now. Kamara, a late second-round pick back in 2023.
Well, Kevin, he's proven himself now. His defense is what first stood out, but now his offense has taken a leap forward.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Jerome passes to Aldama. Jackson finds Aldama. And it goes down 2 points. Aldama's got 8 points.
He is putting in work right to the rim. Defense had no answer.
Here's Sharp. Cracks in the tray.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Here's Coward. On the wing, Jackson. Covered by Kamara. Lock at 6. Pass to Aldama. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. There's Jackson with the 3. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Holiday looking over the floor. Outside, Avdia. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Coward. For 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Klingen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Aldama with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Jerome passes to Wells. Jerome a screen on Avdia. And that one is good from Jerome. Jerome's got 6 in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here is Holiday. He has 38 in the game. A shot by Sharp, nobody around, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Coward, defended by Sharp. Jackson misses.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Pass to Wells. Memphis moving that ball around. Hands it from downtown. Jerome's got 23 points.
He was red hot from the 3 in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Now Klingen, defended by Aldama. Klingen finds Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here's Coward. He has 5.
2 minutes.
Now Jerome.
2 minutes.
Out left to the wing. Three-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. Outside Holiday. Down low. And it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
And so here's Memphis. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
Jackson misses.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Holiday sets the pick for Sharp. A three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Wells dishes to Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
For Portland, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Now, here's Sharp. 27 points for him. No good there off the double clutch.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Jackson. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Four on the shot clock. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Trailblazers out in front, running away with it. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
And he runs their offense for a reason. He's got excellent vision. Wow, what a gift for his teammates.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. We've got Caldwell Pope, Ty Jerome out there with Kyle Anderson, and it's Spencer in at the point. And the Grizzlies shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Pass to Anderson. And he can't bank that one in. Anderson's gone 1 of 3 on the night. To the paint. Here's Henderson. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Anderson passes to Jerome. For the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hops.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Anderson's shot is off.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Henderson for 3. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Jerome with it. Inside, Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Love kicks to Anderson. He takes it in. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Unloads. Henderson with another miss.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Here's Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Here's Anderson. Pass to Hendricks. The second effort. He can't get that one to fall. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Henderson, no one around him. Henderson with another miss.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. Here's Spencer. Portland making their last shot. Hendricks passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jerome. It's good from long range. Jerome's got 26.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
And here's Henderson. Henderson with another miss.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Spencer's shot is on. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Anderson. Here's Jerome. Lets the three fly. Love grabs the board. Henderson for 3. That's in there. Love with the assist. Henderson's got 9 points now in just the second half. Caldwell Pope outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Love finds Grant. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well. G League, what a great combination.
And that one's good by Henderson. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
And so it's Memphis with it after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Caldwell Pope passes to Spencer. Here's Anderson. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Sissoko passes to Grant. Love with a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Now here's Anderson. Will it go? And Jerome finishes inside. Jerome's got 28.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Here is Love, following the score by Memphis. Grant surveying the D. Love outside. The three-pointer, no good. Memphis has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Bucket is good. Love's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Now Jerome. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are no doubt intriguing.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jrue Holiday.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101. But boy,
whoa! He flew in there. Wow!
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jrue Holiday.